Good morning class. Today we discuss purification of colloidal solution. Purification of colloidal solution means to remove impurities from colloidal solution. This can be done by two methods. First is the dialysis and the second one is ultrafiltration. Now let us discuss one by one. Number first is the dialysis. Student, the process of removing dissolved substances from the colloidal solution by means of diffusion through suitable membrane. I repeat again, the process of removing dissolved substances from colloidal solution by the means of diffusion through suitable membrane is called dialysis. The apparatus used for this purpose is called dialysers. In human body, kidney act as dialyser which purify blood and remove wastage in form of urine. It should be noted dialysis is a very slow process. To speed up dialysis, electric potential is applied, then the phenomena is called electrodialysis. The second technique for purification of colloidal solution is ultrafiltration. The second technique of purification of colloidal solution is ultrafiltration. Student, ultrafiltration is a process of separating the colloidal particle from the solvent and soluble solute present in the colloidal solution by special filter papers. I repeat it again. Ultrafiltration is a process of separating the colloidal particle from the solvent and the soluble solute present in the colloidal solution by special graded filter papers. Ultrafiltration is very slow process. Therefore, suction or pressure is applied to speed up ultrafiltration. Student, collodion is a 4% solution of nitrocellulose in the mixture of alcohol and ether. I repeat again, collodion is a 4% solution of nitrocellulose in alcohol ether mixture. Now let us discuss the properties of colloidal solutions. As we described earlier, colloids are heterogeneous system but appears to be homogeneous. I repeat again, colloidal they are the heterogeneous system but appears to be homogeneous. When the beam of light is passed through colloidal solution, its path becomes visible. This phenomena is called Tyndall effect. I repeat again, when the beam of light is passed through colloidal solution, its path becomes visible. The phenomena is called Tyndall effect. Number third, the color of colloidal solution depends on the wavelength of light scattered by dispersed particles. Number 4. The irregular zigzag motion of colloidal particle due to unbalanced bombardment of particles is said to be Brownian movement. Next, colloidal particle always carry an electric charge. Next point, the potential difference between the fixed layer and the diffuse layer of opposite charges is called zeta potential or electrokinetic potential. Next point, students, the movement of colloidal particle toward opposite charge electrode is said to be cataphoresis or electrophoresis. For example, this generally employed in this tube containing two different electrodes. This electrode in which the colloidal solution we are filling. When we applied electric potential, the colloidal particle which always bear an electric charge move toward opposite charge electrode. Suppose here the positive terminal, here the negative terminal, so negative particle move towards positive terminal. Therefore, sometimes this phenomena is also said to be cataphoresis. Now, student, we are discussing here. Student, now we are discussing here Hardy-Shoes rule. Hardy-Shoes rule. More the charge present on active ion, more will be its coagulating power. I repeat again, according to Hardy-Shoes rule, more the charge present on active ion, more will be its coagulating power. For example, Al3 positive has much more coagulating power as compared to Mg double positive as compared to Na positive. Similarly, phosphate ion has much more coagulating power as compared to sulfate ion than compared to chloride ion. We notice as the charge present on active ion decreases, coagulating power decreases. So according to Hardishu's rule, more the charge present on active ion, more will be its coagulating power. Now let us discuss a question. Out of KCl or FeCl3, which is better coagulating agent in case of cut leads to bleed? Obviously FeCl3, because FeBS3 positive charge instead of 1 as present on potassium, therefore it supposed to be a better coagulating agent according to Hardishu's rule. So Hardishu's rule says more the charge present on active ion, more will be its coagulating power. Now what modification can you suggested in Hardishu's rule? Student, when opposite charge souls are mixed in proper orientation, they neutralize their charges and coagulation take place. I repeat again, when opposite charge souls are mixed in proper orientation, they neutralize their charges and coagulation take place. One important topic also comes from this topic. It is the coagulating value. It is the coagulating value. I explain this term. The minimum concentration of electrolyte in millimole per liter. I repeat again. The minimum concentration of electrolyte in millimole per liter required to cause precipitation. I repeat, the minimum concentration of electrolyte in millimole per liter required to cause precipitation of soles in 2 hours is called its coagulating value. Thank you very much.